welcome to the Ryde Channel. You know, on the Ryde Channel, it's all about cars and motorcycles, and we always have very interesting conversations just for you. Now, on this series of People and Rides, we bring people who have very interesting rides that they are in love with, and we give them the opportunity to share that love with you. And today we have a conversation like that. Now, before we continue with that conversation, I just want to tell you we have our website www.ridechannel.com. Make sure you go and read all the interesting stories we have created over there just for you, okay? And make sure that you are subscribed to the Ryde Channel. Don't keep this to yourself. Make sure you have shared the link, okay? And let us grow the channel together, and we're going to continue the conversation. Today I have with me Elsa Owusu-Sapong, also known as Biker Girl. Okay, and we're going to have a conversation about her beautiful motorcycle, okay, and what makes her tick, why she chose this beauty. There's one bike I respect a lot, you know. Elsa, you are welcome to the Ryde Channel, and yes, on the Ryde Channel it's all about bikes and motorcycles, and this particular series is about your love for your bike. Elsa, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So as he said, my name is Elsa Owusu-Sapong, aka popularly on social media known as the Biker Girl L. I started riding just over 2 years ago on the 7th of May 2022. I started riding on a street bike, a Kawasaki Z650, and 8 months later, I bought my first baby.
You bought your first baby?
Yamaha.
The Kawasaki, they know your baby.
She taught me a lot. I learned to her, but
okay.
This is really my first heart.
Your first heart, awesome.
She's called Amour. Amour in French means love.
Love.
So Yamaha R7, sports bike.
Yes, awesome.
8 months later, I bought my second bike.
Okay.
I also have a Yamaha Tenere 700.
Okay, so your motorcycle life, you started with your Kawasaki Z650.
Kawasaki.
Yes, which was a sports bike.
It was a street bike.
A street bike, sorry. Yes. That's a Z. Yes. Okay, that's not the Ninja. The Ninja is a sports bike version of it. Okay, then you graduated to Amour,
yes.
The Yamaha R7. Then you got your off-road bike or your adventure bike, which is the Tenere 700.
Also called Belle, which in French means beauty.
Beauty.
Both my bikes are red because that's my favorite color.
All right, also. Now, before you got into riding, you know, did you always have that thing that, Charlie, I want to ride?
Yeah, I mean, from very early on, from the age of 16, I dated a biker. I hung around bikers, and I've always wanted to ride. But my dad said, when it was Shidodo, it was an outright no, they won't allow it. So I left Ghana, I went to the UK, did my studies, had my kids, came back to Ghana, and in 2022, at the age of 45, finally realized my dream. A motorcyclist who owns 2 bikes that I love with my heart.
I mean, you've been riding since 2022, but you've done so much. Okay, so tell us a little bit about some of your things that you've been doing with motorcycles.
Okay, so I started riding. My son was already riding, so I used to ride with him. He supported me through my journey learning to ride. Unfortunately, 5 months after I started my riding, my son passed away. A lot of people up to this day, they probably think I'm crazy. This woman is riding, she's so passionate about this thing. The very thing that took her son away. If you're not a rider, you'll not understand. It's a passion we had together. And when I ride, I feel like Richard's spirit is around me. I've taken riding to another level because that is the way I keep my son's memory alive. Okay. So not only do I ride in Ghana, since I got the Tenere now, I've started riding. I've already done 4 or 5 West African countries. So I've done Togo, I've done Benin, I've done Ivory Coast. Yes, I've got Burkina Faso and Nigeria left before end of the year.
Okay.
So the last one was the most challenging. It was like over 800 and something kilometers.
Wow.
We did it straight in one day.
One day, 800.
Accra to Cape Coast, Cape Coast to Takrade, Takrade to Abidjan, Abidjan to Yamoussoukro.
Awesome. Yamoussoukro, Abidjan, very nice places.
Went for an international bikers festival.
Awesome.
Past weekend.
Oh, wow. And now you are here.
Yes.
Very hectic week.
I was going to stay in bed all day today, but my brother called me out for this. I couldn't say no. So.
Unfortunately, you don't get to rest because we have a very important event lined up.
Next weekend.
Yes. I mean, what led you to choose this bike? I mean, you experienced the Z600,
yes,
and you still decided to go for the R7. What led you to this decision?
Well, I mean, undoubtedly, sports bikes are more sleek, more sexy looking, more speed, more power. The R7 is not too heavy a bike, so even though it has a speed and the power, it's easy to maneuver in the curves and all that. It's good for town riding, like on Fridays when I go to work and stuff, I'll use it. Probably the furthest I've gone with her is probably Adan. I use the other bike for the longer distance.
For the longer distance. Guys, we have a review of the Yamaha R7 on our channel. If you've not seen it, go check it out. It's one bike that, I mean, it's a small bike, diminutive by size and even by engine capacity, but it has big chops. It's a bike that if you're a learner, you're going to be okay with it. If you are an experienced rider, you're going to have loads and loads of fun with the Yamaha R7. So go and watch our review of the Yamaha R7. It's one bike that really touches my heart. I like to blast it around town like nobody's business. So I can understand why you love this bike. Yes. And a few months after, you decided to go for the T7.
Yes.
And what about the T7?
Well, the T7 because I wanted to do a lot of off-road and a lot of out of Ghana rides, and then we all know that sports bikes are not very friendly on
long trips,
bad roads and long trips. The engine overheats and stuff. The clearance is not very good on our African roads. But Tenere has got a lot of clearance. It's a very tall bike. I tiptoe on that bike. So when I'm
everybody tiptoes
when
on
I'm at the traffic light, I have to slant half my bum down and put one, and then when I go, but you know the shocks in front on the Tenere and all that, you just go. So
awesome.
I enjoy both my bikes. They serve different purposes.
But the R7 is your baby.
Tenere is also my baby.
The woman's heart is divided though. Yeah,
they are both red. They were both blue, but I changed the color and I have fully customized them from head to toe myself.
Yeah, the shade of red. I don't know if it's the Ferrari red or which red this is. You know, awesome color. And the designs you've done, everything looks perfect and it's sweet. Okay, all right. Now, I mean, you've been riding for 2 years. What would you say has been your worst bike moment?
Well, there are two. First and foremost would be the day when I lost my son, which would be on the 8th of September 2022. That daunting phone call and that visit to 37 Ritchie Hospital, I'll never forget. I say it's my worst moment because I am a motorcyclist. My son was a motorcyclist. He lost his life in a motorcycle accident, so I deem that my worst. First one. Second one will be just this Monday, coming back from Ivory Coast. As we say, if you're a biker, you understand what I'm about to say. I bought land at the border, crossing from Abidjan, coming towards Takoradi.
Okay. So you passed Norway border and you were coming. Okay.
So apparently, when you get to the toll, the bikers have an arrangement, so you're not supposed to go to the toll, so you take a side road. So when I got there, they said, oh, no, you missed your turn. So when I took the turn, the first guy had already gone across, so I didn't see his routing. You know, the Tenere is a tall bike, so it's a slope. I should have probably stood on the bike. I didn't. So before I realized, I had a gutter in front of me.
Wow.
And then the slope is coming down. The bike is taller than me. If I brake and I fall, I'm coming. So I said, okay, let me attempt enduro. So I jumped the first time I jumped over the gutter. Second one, there was not enough power. So no, I ended in the gutter. Face first. It was a nosedive.
Wow.
Luckily, it was a brand newly constructed gutter, so there was no dirt, nothing in it. But it's actually so I wear off-road helmets when I'm riding the Tenere, and I have drop-down glasses inside. So it's actually the drop-down glass, the shades that cuts my nose.
Cut your nose. Sorry.
It's all part of it. We learn from our mistakes.
But you were geared up, so...
I was fully geared up. If not, I mean, the way I landed, both my knees would have been fractured. My shoulder hits. I mean, it could have been very, very bad. So I say worst experience because the first time I really had a proper fall, but more than anything, it was probably just a bruised ego. I still continued on my journey and we rode back to Accra.
So you bruised Belle, not your ego. Oh God, awesome. I mean, there are unfortunate things that happen in motorcycling, but it also forms part of the experience.
Of course.
Okay. So what would you say has been your best experience with motorcycles?
So I think my best experiences have started since I started doing my out of Accra trips. I mean, riding to Benin and Cotonou a couple of weeks ago. Then I did Togo, and then last weekend I did Ivory Coast. It's just awesome to get to sit on your motorcycle and ride, and in one day you've left Ghana, you are in another country. You get to meet with bikers from all other West African countries. You get to ride around, see a bit of touristic attractions, learn the culture, meet new people, eat different kinds of foods. It's an awesome experience for me. This month is pretty busy. I've got Rich's program this weekend. Second weekend, I'll go to Takrady for a biker's father's funeral. Third weekend, I'll ride to Wenchi for my cousin's coronation as a chief there. Then the fourth weekend is Peace Ride. But October, I'm being expected in Nigeria by some bikers, and November is Burkina Faso.
All right.
Then I'll close it for the year for the out of Ghana rides till next year.
Awesome. So properly, you are shaping up to be an adventure rider.
Yes.
A properly adventure rider.
Yeah, the plan is to do Mali and Senegal someday.
Awesome. I mean, I have some brothers in the fraternity who have done that trip, and I'm always jealous of them. I hope very soon when I can have the opportunity to do that. Yes. Awesome conversation. So if you have all the money in the world, you have all the connections, you have everything sorted out, how is your stable going to look like? Which rides am I going to see in your house?
Well, my R7 will never leave. That's my heart, my first baby.
Yeah.
I always have my R7 Yamaha sports bike. My Tenere 700 sports bike. I've got my eye on the BMW S1000 double R.
S1000 double R. Over 200 horsepower.
That's my next bike.
Hey, Elsa, what day?
that is my next bike, and then also a GS.
A GS. Awesome. So it means that you want to add a BMW line to your Yamaha
so I've got
line.
a twin Yamaha.
Yes.
And then we have the twin BM, and then I will do one Ducati street
One
bike.
Ducati. Also. All right. I mean, this weekend is shaping up to be a memorable one.
Yes.
We're going to make some history this weekend.
Yes.
And tell us about what's happening this weekend.
So this weekend is marking the second anniversary of my son Richard's passing, and the RYBJ Foundation, which was launched at his 1-year anniversary, is having a program, road safety campaign called Richard's Life Mattered. It's going to be a day full of events. The highlights of the event, it's going to be a road safety campaign. I have bikers coming in from Nigeria, Ivory Coast, Togo, Burkina Faso, all over West Africa coming in to support. The highlight of the event will be at the Abekan La Paz traffic lights, specifically there because I chose, I wanted a high traffic zone area to have more traction and more impact. So we distribute flyers and stickers and talk to all the other road users about, the dangers on the road, creating awareness, and trying to, work against that stigmatization against motorcyclists, trying to build the empathy from other road users. The fact that we are not all rebellious, we are not all riff-raffs, we come from good families and backgrounds. There's lawyers, there's doctors, there's all kinds of people from very good backgrounds in our fraternity. There will be a ride out after that, and then there will be a reception too. So I want to use this opportunity to invite everybody, whether a motorcyclist or not, you are all invited. I mean, the poster with the program is going to be posted everywhere on all the Ryde channels. You are invited to join at any part of the program you want to. I want to say thank you to all my sponsors and collaborators, Gear Shift Academy, DVLA, and National Road Safety Authority. I look forward to seeing everybody. And yes.
All right, thank you so much, Elsa, also Sapon, Biker Girl L. Very, very awesome conversation about her love for her Yamaha R7 and all the escapades she's been enjoying. And this weekend is going to shape up to be an awesome one. make sure you join the movement. Now, it's important that everyone who uses the road has an opportunity. We give that person, you know, an opportunity to life. Okay, so let's make room for them. Let us support and push each other on the road. You don't know who that person is. That person might be the doctor you are going to the hospital to see. That person might be the teacher teaching your son or daughter in school. So let's work and help each other makes the roads safer. Thank you as always. This is the Ryde Channel. Make sure you like, share and subscribe. Thank you and bye for now.